name's Trevor. I'm the CEO here at Belleville Public Library and John M. Perrott Art Gallery. I'm thinking about the gallery because there's obviously a very big connection with our gallery. And I'm going to do some thank yous, and then I'm going to introduce John Lowry, who is the mastermind behind the whole project and the person who donated our painting. So first I'd like to thank the City of Belleville and our library board for all their support, and our staff, our curator Susan Holland, and our information coordinator Chrissy Barker. Chrissy helped by helping get this nice antique cabinet that we got from Funkenbergen downtown.
It's like one of mine.
So it's a really nice way to display our books, and Chrissy also helped gather our nice new collection of Farley Mullet books. So many of these books are hard to find and out of print, and they're going to be here. Thank you, Chrissy, and really appreciate that. And thank you, John. So John is an amazing source of knowledge on Farley Mullet. He's really kindly donated this painting, which is a caricature, and I falsely called it a portrait, and I apologize, Susan. Our artist for this wonderful caricature is Susan Mashinsky, and I'd just like to thank Susan and just give her a quick round of applause. Susan created a wonderful painting that we'll unveil in a little moment. And we also would like to thank Donna Fano, and Donna is right there. And Donna's an archive volunteer, and I'd like to thank Sharon as well from the archives. Donna created these amazing panels with photography and documents about Farley, so thank you, Donna, that's wonderful. So I'm going to pass it over to John, and then we'll unveil. So thank you again, John, for donating this and for getting this started. So thank you, John.
Thank you. First, I'd like to just sort of pay my compliments to Susan for just an amazing job, that which you will see shortly. I remember going with sort of a certain amount of anticipation to see the caricature, and was extremely pleased, as I'm sure you will be. Secondly, I'd like to thank Trevor. Again, you've been very, very supportive in this whole initiative, and that's very much appreciated, as also the board and the library itself. And compliments to Chrissy and Don and Sharon for putting together such excellent displays, because it really does really show off very well Farley's books and all the work that he's done. Very prolific writer. He's written 41 books to his credit, written and or edited, and he's one of Canada's best-known authors, both nationally and internationally. And his works have been translated into over 50 languages, and he's sold in the millions and millions of books worldwide. I feel it's important to note that Farley has remained staunchly Canadian throughout his literary career. The vast majority of his books, as you see here, either are on Canadian subjects or have a strong connection to Canadian subjects. So, to his credit, he's never succumbed to the temptation to sort of defect to the U.S. and sort of go to a much more lucrative U.S. market. He has sold in the U.S. market, but he's always remained staunchly Canadian. The other thing he's also been very faithful to is his environmental convictions. He has really been a long advocate about environmental causes, and throughout his life he has been outspoken in his criticism of the exploitation of both human and non-human life on this planet. And so I think it's very this incredible man and his accomplishments. And importantly, it's also to do it at a time when Farley is still fortunately with us. He just turned 92 in May, so the clock is ticking. My father's often said that it's a shame that we don't recognize people who have accomplished a lot within their lifetimes. So hopefully we can maybe rectify that a little bit and sort of bring a little bit of recognition, draw attention to his connection to the Quinte region. Because really, there really is a very strong connection to Farley, to the Quinte region. His parents were living in Trenton at the time that he was actually born in Belleville. He lived on the third floor, the upper floor of the Corby Library, where his father Angus was the chief librarian. Both he and his father Angus also served with the Hastings and Prince Edward Regiment during the Second World War. His father Angus is actually buried just across the Bay of Quinte, opposite Big Island. And so there, there's many strong connections of Farley and his family to this area. He also wrote the first official history of the Hastings and Prince Edward Regiment as well. So, so I think it's very appropriate that we draw attention to that fact and sort of promote Farley more. And anyway, with that, I just like to again thank the Belleville Library for providing a home for this caricature, which I think you'll be extremely impressed with. And thanks again.
Okay, well, thank you, John. You got this started, you donated it. That's wonderful, and it's going to be here for years to come. And again, thank you, Susan. So we'll do the honors. I'm not going to rip it off because I want to be extremely careful. But thank you all for coming. There's some coffee. We have our press release if you'd like any more information in these nice historical panels. And just feel free to stay and thank you again for coming. Yeah, let's get Susan in front of you.